Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the previous episode, we continue on our trial. What the heck is going on? Recording has been okay. In the previous episode, we continue on our trial on my favorite turnabout. Today's episode, which should be a two out of 3 parts of this episode. Make sure to hit that like button, express great appreciate the channel. Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more about all you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear about everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures, is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? But my client, part 2. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that one corridor was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is the most unexpected turn of events for a time of 5th time. However, this time everything has finally been revealed. Objection! Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Andrews. We still have the cross-examination to do. Well, you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What the witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
It makes 2 of us. But my client, part 2. I already know that part. One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Yeah, well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this, even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carry out that service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook. It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves.
If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. No, I already told you, I have no intention of ever using your services.
Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
I'm just pressing all of them, I don't know why. From the very beginning?
That is correct. Before my client visited the room, all of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that really is true. That's odd.
That's odd what?
So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frighten Mr. Ungard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall.
And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in, you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused.
But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Okay, there was one thing that was kind of piqued my interest. Go. Discover the body and enter the scene. Agent entered. One is dead. Even more appalling is that the creation of the body. How about this? Nope. This is how we get our freaking strike. Let me see. So why do you think blah blah? And why would someone go ask request a murder go to the crime scene anyway? If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That is not the one I was thinking. Which one was the one that he was thinking? Oh, what the heck? We're back to where we at. Okay, it's not that. The very beginning, that's correct. I wonder. Oh well, whatever, we're looking it up. Press on the third statement. You ask if the killer physically met Andrews. The killer says yes. Press further. What the heck? Well, it's a different one. Press on the first, fourth, and seventh statement. Oh, we have not that. Wait, what? Press the white guns on the fifth statement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh well. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room,
Your client had no idea that one card had been murdered.
But how do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
A glass?
Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corda had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Agent Andrews' plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edward, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain the strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Agent Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Corda's death. If not, then that can only mean that Agent Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, sorry. That sounded like an awfully weak objection to me. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in this testimony. The prosecution requests for a testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time, while we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know the very outcome of this trial lies within those items. Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at the certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory. I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Oh, makes sense now. Oh, what the heck? We're back to this. This request came to me about a week ago. This request for my service on the night of the award ceremony. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with that brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now important?
Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Agent Andrews?
I guess so. You see, it is just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Oh, great. We messed up right there.
Hold up.
Press further. What happens if we do this? Why he meets his clients is not important, and that's wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client.
It's true what they say about talking face to face. Mr. Wright, was the death word just now any importance?
If I heard that, what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Really? If that's the case, witness, please include that statement just now in your testimony.
Very well.
Present.
Oh, what the heck? That's not what I meant.
Oh, great. Oh, no. No. Oh, great.
That's not what I meant. What the heck? The moment I saw him, I thought I could trust him. Okay, this one. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at the bar and took the request at that time?
Yes,
that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy? How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry. That is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what is the issue? What did you just say now? About her? If you have ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. A woman.
Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
The witness testified to the following, that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking the request.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point.
Wait, whose voice did I just do? Whatever.
That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without doubt a very androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unlikely for Mr. the Killer. The entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. What? What is going on? Shelley the Killer, this court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up with the client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more. I know he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
How much more do we have? Part 2. Alrighty then. Let's see what's up. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took the job without having met my client. Where's the button? The request was for the murder of one court and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he's definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me, no matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
request taking, part 2.
Yes.
Whatever.
But didn't you just say you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom I'm meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright then, just cuff it up and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling.
Do I have any proof that Mr. Killer met with his client? The card? No. Nope, we do not. That's on the third statement. We don't have any proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
Two or three other things. Yes. And what were these other things? Three other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he gets mad. Next one, press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney?
Yes?
If everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client, which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? I smell that stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be, I'm gonna sneeze. Uh-oh, this is looking real bad. I should have pressed my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing?
What the heck? I'm on part 2! What the? Oh, never mind. I will smell backstabber. Press further anyway. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
The bear figurine?
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corda's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony.
As you wish.
I found this figurine at Mr. Ungard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ungard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
There's a contradiction. Press either the figurine on this statement. Wait, this leads a new statement. Press the figurine or Celeste suicide on the statement. Recall.
No objections?
No objections. As long as I can't put my finger on. Okay, this guide is not helping me if it's like that.
Okay, just in case. If this is right, then okay, but if not, I'm supposed to press on it then.
Objection! Charlotte the Killer, if you're really giving the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside. This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Adrian Andrews' testimony. I did not realize the mic was off.
Order! So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, tell us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. Which means...
And means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Order!
Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not enough. If that is your intention, then there's only one thing for me to do. Wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please, wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end. I may stay my hand otherwise.
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I don't understand this witness outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should.
Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
Prosecution. What has come over everyone, even you are? The prosecution. Rest. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shirley the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
If I end the trial here right now, then your client, Matt Unger, would be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews would be charged with murder?
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Unger, to the stand.
The items from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Ha! So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Unger,
you were atrocious as a lawyer, weren't you? Giving your client away like this. And that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Crap. It's just atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life? You better get Angar a guilty sentence, okay? But if I did that, Maya will die. If I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do as I say, he's guilty or not guilty. Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. All hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt Ungar, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right.
I can't do this, but I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is... What do I say? Wow. You have now reached the end of the trial. The evidence gumshoe found in America. Now charged you're not guilty, so you can save Maya's life. Or convict an innocent person. Or you could say guilty to have justice served and fulfilled Maya's last wish. When asked about your client's guilt, make your choice and objection. Alrighty then. Wait, what do I say? If I make the wrong move? So I say guilty, alright.